Tell me about Christmas. Are you looking forward to the Christmas holiday?
Yes.
Tell me why.
Because it's the time where you can lay down by the fire and gather around with your family and your friends.
We set up my Christmas tree yesterday. But my dad dropped these little balls when you hang ornaments, and it break.
Santa Claus, I believe in him.
I do too.
I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays.
Why is it one of your favorite holidays?
Because it's about Jesus' birth.
That makes it very special, doesn't it?
Christmas special. And here's my favorite part. Every time you get presents and sometimes make candy or get gifts for other people.
It's basically my favorite holiday.
Why is it your favorite?
It's that everybody can just have joy to the world. Sometimes we sing songs and go around the fireplace and drink some hot cocoa and marshmallows.
I bet that's fun.
One of our Christmas things that we like doing is like spending time with our family, and on Christmas Eve I get to open a present in the morning and a present at the night, and then usually what we do is for breakfast I help my granny like make cupcakes and pancakes, and then we bake cookies, and then we put it by the fireplace.
What's your favorite part of Christmas?
Presents and being with my family.
Yeah, that family time is special, isn't it?
To like get presents and I like to decorate the tree of my family. Christmas is where you get presents.
You excited about Christmas coming up?
Yes.
Tell me about Christmas.
Christmas is about Jesus being born. Also, we have a Christmas tree. It has an owl. You could put an owl or a star because we could put whatever one every day. During Christmas, we usually go outside and play football. We hear footsteps and then we hear Santa coming.
Oh my gosh, I bet you're scared to get up.
Because I'm afraid I won't get any presents.
Oh, I know, yeah. Santa doesn't like to be watched while he's working. What does your tree look like? Does it look like this tree?
It has colors, but the same as put ornaments.
You have a lot of lights?
Yeah, but we have a star, but you forgot the star.
What do you have to say about Christmas?
Well, I like screaming around the tree, and every Christmas I get to see Santa.
You get to see Santa? Oh, that's special. Tell me, how do you get to see him?
I want to go see Santa in the pictures.
My great grandma invites him into her house. Then we go over there and we meet him, and then we get toys from him. And she also has some toys under her Christmas tree.
Wow.
She has it all about her family.
Oh, tell me about Santa.
Santa's real name is Saint Nick. It's an honor he won't come to us. It's an honor he won't come to your house.
Is he going to come to your house?
Yes.
Wow. What's he going to bring?
I don't know. I haven't known to my last year.
Where does Santa live?
In the North Pole,
Where is the North Pole?
on top of the Earth.
What do you think Santa Claus is doing right now?
Probably making the good or bad list, checking it twice.
Yeah. What about Santa?
Santa, I think he's fake, but I think that's real, and I'm starting to be good.
Have you been good enough to get presents?
I think so.
If you could ask Santa one question, what would it be?
That's a hard question. I would ask him, how many elves do you have,
That's a
and
good
why do you
question.
have them?
Good question.
Do you make the presents, or do you just watch over the elves and make sure that they make the presents and they do their responsibility?
Now, is Santa going to come and see you? I bet he is. I bet you've been a good little girl.
Someday I'm going to sit in his lap.
Sit in his lap and you're going to tell him what you want for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want for Christmas?
A pink skateboard and a purple tricycle.
Oh, those sound like really great gifts.
And a purple scooter.
What you think? You got anything in mind you might be asking for?
Yes.
What?
A toy dinosaur.
Oh, that'd be a good gift. That would be a good gift.
And a toy elf and a toy Santa.
I want to get some dolls and I want to get a keyboard because I really like music.
I like Santa because he brings you presents.
Yes, he does. Some good. What are you going to ask Santa for?
I already did, and I asked for a Wii U, for Super Mario U, Angry Birds Go, and I like the Angry Birds. I'm gonna get a new Angry Bird and the new train set. When there was like a tunnel and there was an end, so you had to go under.
What are you going to get from Santa?
I'm gonna get a Barbie.
Is that all you want?
A camera, a phone. I hope I get a real phone because I have a fake phone.
So what kind of presents are you going to get?
Well, I'm wanting, me and my mom went online and looked at some princess stuff, and we found the new movie Frozen stuff. And I found a Elsa nightgown, and I wanted that for my birthday, and I wanted the softie of Elsa for Christmas.
Okay, what do you want for Christmas, darling? Wait, a basketball. Oh, we have a young athlete on our hands. We'll call Coach Mulkey at Baylor and tell her you're going to be getting ready, okay? So you practice with that basketball. That's what I said. She's going to play for him.
I was gonna be at Baylor University.
When?
When I get to the age to go there.
Well, she's going to go too, but she's going to be playing basketball. What are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna play tennis.
You're going to play tennis, okay? What about was Santa going to bring you anything special this year?
He's going to bring me a PlayStation 4.
Oh, wow. That's going to be great. So how do you think he's going to get that PlayStation 4 down that chimney?
He might bring the other presents down, then he'll get and then he'll bring it one by one. Oh, he's gonna bring me a policeman Playmobil and a wrestling match, iPad, iTouch, and he's gonna bring me a wrestling match in my backyard, and
What do you want for Christmas?
dinosaur sets. I asked for so many things. My dad had to write 2 pages.
If Santa were here instead of me, what would you talk to him about?
I would talk to him about like all my presents, and I would tell him that I would write something to him, like give him something, you know?
If you could ask Santa one question, what would it be?
Can I have a lot of money?
Oh, so is that what you want for Christmas? Money. What about, where's Santa from? Where does he live?
From the North Pole.
Where is that?
It's far away.
And who lives at the North Pole with him?
Elves.
Where does he live?
In the North Pole.
Where is that?
Far away.
Where does Santa live?
The North Pole.
Where is that?
North. And it's where polar bears and seals live, and penguins live in Antarctica, which is down.
Where does Santa Claus live?
In the North Pole.
Where is the North Pole?
It's by near the ocean because the ocean could turn into ice, and sometimes could go to there because it's easy for them. And I know why Santa's at the North Pole.
Oh, why?
Because he won't be seen there.
It's true. Well, what about the North Pole? What do you think Santa does at the North Pole?
I have two things. He makes toys and else put them on the sleigh.
Oh, so do you think he rides in the sleigh with just the presents, or do you think someone else is in the sleigh with him?
Nobody but just the reindeer. But some of them, Rudolph in there. Sometimes there gonna be 9 or 8.
So do you think he likes living at the North Pole? You think Santa ever goes on vacation?
Sometimes he does.
Where does he go?
Goes to the beach.
Ah, probably get some rest. Do you think Santa likes living at the North Pole?
No, not really, because it's really cold.
So if you could ask Santa one question, what would it be?
It would be a scooter and a pink skateboard and a purple scooter.
Where does Santa live?
At the North Pole.
Who does he live there with?
With Mrs. Claus and with his elf. And with his elf friends.
Do you think he rides in that sleigh down here by himself? Or you think he's the only one in the sleigh? Who's in there with him?
I think he has an elf that goes with him.
What is the elf's job?
I think help him with the presents.
I don't know. They're pretty suspicious.
Yeah. What do you think they look like? How tall do you think they are? Show me.
About that big.
Think they're hard workers?
Yes.
What do you think elves eat?
Cookies.
That's a hard question as well. Maybe cereal, maybe bacon, and yeah, bacon, sausage, eggs, and all the stuff that pretty much humans eat.
What do elves eat?
Gingerbread cookies.
What do elves eat?
They eat I don't really know.
I don't either.
I have an elf on the shelf myself.
Oh, I heard about those. Tell me about your elf on the shelf. Did he go and report back to Santa last night on you?
Yes.
And where was he? Where was he yesterday and where was he this morning?
Well, I can tell you on Saturday, Sunday, and today. So on Saturday, we had trouble finding him. He was in my room with all my stuffed animals.
He was probably playing with them.
Yeah.
Last time my elf jingle, today he was watching TV.
You must have elf on the shelf.
Yeah. I recorded it on TV.
What, the elf watching TV?
Yes.
So where was he yesterday?
Yesterday, drinking hot chocolate.
Sound like you got a funny elf on the
Yeah.
shelf. Where was your elf this morning?
On the top of the TV.
Oh, you think he'd been watching TV all night? No. What about the elves? What do they do?
Tell Santa you are naughty or not.
What do you think Miss Claus is doing whenever Santa's gone?
Baking stuff for him.
Yeah,
Like
probably is.
gingerbreads.
Who lives at the North Pole with Santa?
Elves.
Oh, what do elves look like?
They have a little wetsuit and a little hat with a little bow on it. They look like happy elves.
So what do they wear?
A red clothes like Santa.
So they kind of match Santa. What do they do all day?
Make toys all day.
elves. I might tell write a note to Santa and tell him to leave a little bit for the elves.
What do you think? Oh, so they can have some milk and cookies too? Yeah, just leave them a little note.
Mm-hmm.
How tall is an elf?
Sure,
Show me.
he's like
Show me.
this tall.
An elf from the ground, he probably might have been about that tall,
Is that with the hat or without the hat?
with the head.
Like about yay high.
Yeah, they're not very big, are they? What? How tall are elves?
Short.
They're short. What do they wear?
Green clothes.
What do they eat?
Food.
What, what kind of food?
I don't know. This tall, like as tall as the chair or as tall as the seat. They have pointy ears. And I don't really know why Santa has a red suit.
That big.
So what do they wear?
They wear the hat like Santa, but their hat is green.
What do you think Mrs. Claus would do if one of those elves, you know, he's supposed to be making toys and she came in and he was sitting down reading a comic? What do you think she would do?
Well, he would get in trouble,
What kind of trouble?
like making him work double time.
That's probably what she does. Do you leave stuff out for Santa on Christmas Eve? What do you leave out?
We usually leave out Christmas cookies and milk.
Do you think Santa ever takes anyone with him in the sleigh?
Maybe about one elf
Yeah. Do the heavy
Like-
lifting?
to just keep him company.
Yeah. That probably is a pretty lonely.
He doesn't take anyone in the sleigh, but he only takes the thieves. The rangers are pulling them, keeping them company.
Okay. So how does it feel to be a big brother?
It's just basically fun. My baby sister has drainage, so she she threw up 3 times in a day.
Oh.
And yesterday she had 4 poops in a row.
Well, thank you for sharing.
This morning it was out on
Okay.
the clothes.
Thank you. Love those boys. Okay, what do you think Mrs. Claus does when Santa's off delivering presents?
She just stays at the house, and she might just bake cookies and get a little bit of milk ready. And
So what do you think Mrs. Claus does?
Well, make sure Santa's on time. Make sure the elves do what they're supposed to do.
What about Mrs. Claus? What is she doing when Santa's gone?
Setting up stuff for Santa when he gets back.
What do you think she needs to set up?
Food and party.
Probably is a party after all year. They get, and then finally the gifts are delivered. He comes home. Party time. Think the elves come to the party?
Mm-hmm.
You think the reindeer get anything special? What do you think they get?
She probably lays out a bunch of food for him.
Yeah. Well, what about Mrs. Claus? What do you think she's doing while the elves and the reindeer and Santa are at your house?
Helping Santa get all the things ready for Christmas and helping him out a little bit, you know.
Her job is to make her Santa Claus happy.
And how does she do that? You think?
She makes cookies.
I bet that makes him fat too.
Yeah. I think she watches TV and she bakes cookies, takes out cocoa, and I think she has a daughter.
What's the daughter's name?
I think she has a daughter named Sarah.
What does Sarah do?
I think she works at a job, and then I think she helps Santa and I think she helps Mrs. Claus.
What do you think her job is? What job does Sarah have?
Helping people.
That sounds like what Santa's daughter would do, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
What about Mrs. Claus? What is she doing all this time?
Say Mrs. Claus?
Mm-hmm. Is that his wife? Oh, is Santa not married? Is Santa single or is he married?
Single.
Ah, okay. So there is no Mrs. Claus, is there? So what do you think he does during the year? You think he dates? He's just happy at the North Pole with those elves. What about the reindeer? You leave food out for the reindeer when they come, or you leave food out for Santa?
Santa and the elves and the reindeers.
What do you leave out?
Some stuff in the refrigerator.
Oh, so Santa needs to go to the refrigerator if he's hungry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think he likes chocolate milk or white milk or what?
I think he'd prefer maybe chocolate
Why do you think so?
because we gave him white milk and he turned it blue.
Ah, you left milk for him one time and he turned it blue?
Yes, we had milk and cookies.
And did he eat the cookies?
Yes.
But he turned the milk blue? Wow, I've never heard that.
So he basically drank some of it, and then it was blue.
Huh.
He ate a whole cookie and then a half a cookie.
Do you leave anything out for Santa at your house?
Yes.
What do you leave out?
Cookies and milk.
Do you leave anything out for the reindeer?
Yes.
What?
Just a berry.
A what?
A berry.
You leave birds out for the reindeer?
Yeah, berries.
Oh, berries. You leave berries out for the reindeer. Do they eat those?
Yes.
I bet they're hungry. It's hard flying, isn't it?
Yes.
You leave anything out for the reindeer?
Reindeer wants the cookies.
Ah.
Well, he gets big because he eats too much stuff.
What all does he eat?
Tacos and tortillas and all kinds of foods, even pumpkin pie.
Yeah, that'll put some weight on you. Well, what about Santa? Do you ever leave anything out for Santa? What do you leave out?
Milk and cookies.
What about the reindeer? You leave anything out for them?
I don't really know what reindeers eat.
Some milk and cookies.
I leave cookies and hot chocolate, and they leave him a letter, and then he leaves me a letter.
Oh, did he leave you a letter last year? What did he say?
He said, "Thank you for the cookies. Thank you for the hot cocoa. I left you a present by the fireplace." And he left me like earrings and a ring and bracelets and a necklace.
Do you save those letters? I bet you have every one of them that Santa's written to you.
I have them like in a little box.
That's special. Santa never wrote me a letter, so you hang on to those letters, okay? Where do you think they go for vacation?
They probably stay at home and do some stuff around in the building.
So do you think Santa likes living in the North Pole?
Yes.
Would you like living in the North Pole?
Yeah, I would really like to. That way I could talk to Santa all the time. And
When does he take his vacation?
He takes it back to the North Pole, and he takes it to Waco and other continents. And
Well, they're so busy making the toys, I don't know. I wish they had North Pole vacations. It snows all the time there. I wish I lived there.
Tell me about you decorating the tree with your family. What happens?
we like to put the ornaments on the tree because we like how the ornaments look, and we just like to put them on because the shapes in bears, and we like to put the bears on because there's a lot of bears.
so first of all, we have to get it all poofed out.
Yeah.
And then we just go crazy, kinda. We just grab an ornament and stick it on the tree.
What do y'all do when you decorate your tree?
Well,
My mom sometimes asks. This time we did the not really special ones, like kind of special on the sides of the tree, and the not special ones on the back. Our tree is fake, and it's good if you have a fake tree because you get to use it over and over again. And the real trees make a mess, and at the front we have special ones, and me and my brother's ornaments, well, it's a coincidence that they're on the front because there are baby ornaments. My brother's is a bunny in a sock, and mine is a baby in an eggshell. My brother's is funny.
Do y'all sing Christmas songs?
We do Christmas caroling every Christmas
What's
Eve.
your favorite song?
Jingle bells.
How does that go?
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I forgot how it goes. It goes jingle bells, and I forgot.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle.
All the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Deck
The halls with balls of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
Very good, very good. What's another one?
Jingle bells.
Oh, let's start that one.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.
Okay.
The really most thing that I like about Christmas is when all the families get together and talk to each other about like just everything.
How do you open presents at your house?
We wait until Christmas morning. I can't get up. I can't wake up. I can't go out until I go in my mom's and my dad's room. They're like, "Well, it's Christmas." And we go out and I just rip them open.
So what is your mother going to get for Christmas?
Well, I was thinking to go to Bath and Body Works for her and go get her some perfume and lotion.
Oh, she would like that. Are you going to get your parents a present?
I'll give him a kiss or a hug. Both.
That's pretty good. That'd be a pretty special Christmas for them.
Yeah.
If you had a real phone right now and you called your mother, what would you say to her?
I miss you because I want to see you.
Oh, that's sweet. She would love to hear that from you.
I think Christmas is fun.
I do too. Good job. Good job.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.